Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why they hate the retainers. Why society really hates the retainers. Society does not like the retainers whatsoever. Because retainers are built a little bit different. People who decided to consciously retain their seminal fluid are just built a little bit different. And the thing is about people and society in general is like they just don't like different. They can't stand different. If it's not what they're used to, they get defensive. They ask a lot of questions and they just don't think it can work. People do not like the retainers because retainers have a different agenda. Retainers want to conquest their life. They want to conquer their life. And this is the opposite of what we were taught to do. We were taught to settle. We were taught to conform. We were taught to do what everyone else is doing. We were taught to not think for ourselves. We were taught to be obedient. This is what we were taught. But when you decide to that's why the society is over-sexualized, because they know the power that you can have when you harness your seminal fluid and you transmute your energy into something. So they over-sexualize. They want you. They say things like beating off is normal. It won't cause erectile dysfunction if you do it normally. And I mean, you can take it for what you want. You can either be on the side of retention, or you can be on the other side. But it really just depends. Like, are you okay with your results? Because the number one thing for people to really see what you're doing is the results. People don't care about your effort. They only care about your results. So, I mean, the best thing is to have better results. And if you're on retention, you're finally gonna have better results eventually, because you actually have some sort of purpose. You actually have good habits. You're becoming somebody. You're connecting to your higher self. So you're living in a higher vibration. And if you live in a higher vibration, you will start receiving very, very good things in your life. You will start finally becoming your true self. You finally become one with the Most High. You will be an elevated person in this reality. You will be living literally in a heaven-like state of mind. So, like I said, because you're becoming your best version, people are going to hate you because they're not becoming their best version. They're staying the same. They're being afraid of things that they have to do. They're staying the same, but you're not staying the same. You're evolving. You're becoming somebody. You're walking in alignment with your truest potential. But they're not. They're staying the same. They're still doing excuses. They're still keeping excuses. They're still partaking in bad habits. They're still not doing anything different. But you're different. You're an action taker. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're setting intentions and hitting them. You're never making any excuses. You're never the victim. And the thing is, like, if you walk in a room, if you walk in a room, and like you have something, like maybe you have a high energetic aura, and then there's somebody in the room who has a negative energetic aura, who has less of a, who's operating on a lower frequency than you, they subconsciously just might hate you just because of the person that you are. This is very real. Your light might be too bright for some people, and then they subconsciously have a void. They subconsciously become defensive. They subconsciously become defensive when you walk into the room. And I mean, This is very true. So you have to observe. You really have to observe how people tend to treat you when you go on retention, because of your high energetic aura, your high vibration. People who are operating from a lower set of consciousness, a lower vibration, they subconsciously might just not like you for some odd reason. You have no idea why. You have done nothing to them, but they subconsciously just do not like you. And this is a very real thing. So you have to pay attention. So like I said, it's enlarging your high energetic aura, is enlarging a void they have in themselves, and now they're being defensive when you're just being normal. This is the bottom line. So like I said, if someone doesn't have something that you do, they might subconsciously be angry at you, and you have no idea why. So just keep watch. Also, your level of consciousness is higher, so they may not understand where you're coming from. They may not understand where you're coming from. Like I said, you have a higher energetic aura, meaning the things that you perceive and the things that they perceive, you have a different story. You have a different story than what is being told. Like, your story might be a little bit more positive than their story, and they might get angry at that because they don't believe that stuff is true. They have a dim perspective on life, but you have a very bright perspective on life. You have a high perspective on life. So so who's really right? The answer is both of you are really right, because you are who you think you are. Whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you are right. It all just depends. What is the story that you decide to tell yourself every single day? This is your reality. Perspective is reality. How you see life is how life is presented to you. What you start thinking about other people is how they're going to start acting towards you. What you think about yourself is how people think of you. So, I mean, it would be best just to have a very positive aura, to be the best version of yourself, to have nothing that you regret, walk into your light, become a light worker, become your best version so you can impact other people. So like I said, society wants you to be a loser. Society wants you to conform. They want you to fit in. They want you to do what the 95% is doing. They don't want you to engage in different activities. They want you to take the cake. But little do they know that you can, people who are aware of their power realize that they can buy the entire platter, but they don't offer this to you. It's only the few that start really finding out, and the few that actually really succeed. This is spiritual warfare. This is more than what meets the eye, but people are just way too lazy to basically find these things out. They're just too lazy to find things out. Like I said, they're comfortable. And I mean, like I said, if you're comfortable, like, you're never really gonna grow. If you're always living in comfort, if you're always doing things that are easy, then you're never really going to finally grow into your full potential. Because once things start getting hard, you're gonna fold very easily. You have to put yourself in sort of hard situations every single day in order to really extend yourself and become your best version. So subconsciously, when you walk in a room, people who are not operating from a higher energetic rate, they might subconsciously just be defensive just because of who you are. They might be defensive. I mean, any single thing that you say, they might take it as an insult, but you're just being yourself. This is a very real thing in this society, because people just don't like to do the hard things. They don't like to do the hard things. They like to do the easy things every single day. They don't know what the slight edge is. The slight edge is simple daily disciplines that you do to yourself every day, and it compounds into who you become. So, I mean, you have choices every day. Your whole life is a product of your will or your lack thereof. You have choices every single day. It's just like, what do you choose? Are you living for the now, or are you living for delayed gratification? Are you living for the bigger picture? Are you living for what you want now, or are you living for what you want the most in the future? This is the bottom line. And when you decide to retain, you start realizing that more things are possible. everything that you were taught may not be 100% of the truth, and you start finding out the real truth for yourself because you're all living closer to your higher self. So things are just becoming easier for you. You're becoming your best version, like I said. And people who are not living like this find you as someone who they say things like, who does he think he is? Why doesn't he just do what everyone else is doing? Why is he always trying to be so different? But the thing is, you have to find out for yourself. You have to push yourself to the limit to see how really far you can get. But this is scary to some people. It's not for everybody. It's for the few who are chosen. And you are chosen if you decide to retain and do things in a certain way. You're becoming your purposeful person. And the thing is, once you finally reach that feat, you can finally impact others to do the same thing. You can finally impact others to do the same thing. And now you're spreading light into the world. Instead of hiding from the light, you're becoming the light. So yes. Also down below, I am doing video consultations. So anybody who really needs it, anybody who has questions about retention, anything really, you can submit a question and I will over deliver if you need help with that. Thank you for watching. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.